Hi everybody, I'm Michael. This is a 5-minute review for Nancy Drew number 18, The Phantom of Venice. And this is a really good game. It's one of my favorites, actually. I love this game. It's so bright and colorful, and I just love the setup that Nancy's a spy who's working for the Italian FBI, so the GDIF, and she has like a police contact who's giving her secret missions where she spies on this one guy who's a suspected criminal, and she has to infiltrate the criminal ring by pretending to be a professional thief named Samantha Quick. That's really cool. I wish that The Silent Spy had been like this. The Silent Spy, where Nancy's also sort of a spy, like, not as good as this game. It's just a lot more fun, and it feels like a lot more structured, where Nancy has to figure out what's going on with the culprits, and she has to, like, secretly put a bug on every single person in the car where she's living, and halfway through the game, the Phantom of Venice shows up and steals the necklace, the locket that she's wearing, which is super intense. The Phantom is just running around Venice and stealing things, and Nancy's just basically, investigating these people who are working with the Phantom. It's cool. She has to break into Fongo's office multiple times. Like I said, she has to get the material to like trick these people into thinking she's a master thief, and she actually does have to steal this sapphire in this series of puzzles, which is great. The robot puzzle, oh man, that's kind of long and drawn out. I don't like it so much. I really like the catsuit dancing puzzle. That's a fun one, although it's a little weird. You have to follow these pigeons throughout town. You feed a tracking device which explodes to a pigeon, which is so weird to say, but that's how it is. And there's a really long puzzle where you follow a series of notes on the fax machine. I thought that was a weird puzzle and didn't quite fit. I wouldn't have included that in the game, but Nancy needs it to find the safe house. So I feel like they could have done that some other way, like there was a note that says the safe house is XYZ. I feel like that would have been better. So yeah, this leads to the final puzzle of the game. Actually, a series of final puzzles. Capturing the Phantom, that's a fun puzzle, where all the directions are in Italian and you have to click and figure out where the Phantom is. That's cool. But the puzzle inside, where you turn the water levels on and off in the sewers, terrible puzzle. Nobody likes it. So easy to get lost. Even with the clues and the hints on junior mode, it's impossible and terrible. After that, you have a puzzle to set water levels, and then a puzzle to chase the culprit all over town. And those two puzzles are fine. Let's see. Let's talk about the characters, shall we? Got some great characters in this game. Samantha Quick is, she calls Nancy once, but it's a very memorable conversation. It's so creepy and nasty. Taza forces you to play, Scopa over and over and over again. Well, twice. It's fine. It's just a fine puzzle, but that's basically what he does. I think he's okay. And Nico is interesting too. He is actually the Phantom. I really like how, like, Nico and Taza are not major characters. They don't play much of a role, but they still get, like, full characters that you get to meet and interact with. Well, you don't really interact with Nico, but that's fine. Fongo's... We don't interact with... Let's talk about the characters you actually interact with. Okay, so Nancy's roommate, Helena, I think she's kind of boring. I mean, she's basically there to give exposition. I don't think she's that interesting of a character. Colin is a memorable character. He has an open crush on Nancy, but he freaks out a lot. He gets really mad when he thinks she broke her... broke his microscope, and then he forces you to watch this really super boring tesserae puzzle, and he forces you to do a really long, terrible tesserae puzzle, which I don't like at all, and he forces you to watch a tesserae slideshow, which goes on forever, and it's so boring. And then there's Margarita, who owns this place, and she's kind of terrible. She's just terrible and self-centered, just not a very nice person in general. And yeah, but other than that, those are the characters, right? Yeah, lots of characters. The ending to the game is fine. I feel like the ending scene did a little bit too much explaining of what the Phantom crime ring did. I would have preferred more about the various characters. It turns out Colin is actually operating under a secret identity because he used to be a criminal. That was kind of a cool plot twist. And yeah, just overall a very fun, colorful game. I like it. It does have problems, but I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, but there are some puzzles, which, like the tesserae puzzle and the robot puzzle, and some people swear the scope of puzzle is terrible and don't like it. And those are definitely things which bring the game down a little bit, but, yeah, the wells draining puzzle's terrible too. So maybe like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, because it's got like 3 or 4 puzzles which are like, this puzzle is terrible. But other than that, I really love the game. The setting, the setup, it's great. One of my favorites.